Beneath the serene surface of the Mara River lies a violent underworld, where darkness lurks in the mud and death is always watching. This is no mere river. It's a battleground for two primal giants. The Nile crocodile, cold, ambushing like an ancient specter. And the hippopotamus, herbivorous, yet ferocious as an enraged deity. In the animal documentary, Crocodile vs. Hippo, primal rivals in the battle for the Mara River, you'll witness the clash between patience and power, between predator and protector. There is no supreme ruler, only blood, scars, and a fragile balance. The river flows on, because both endure. The journey into the wild begins the moment you listen, and the Mara is calling. In the darkness of the Mara River, where light is just a faint streak through murky water, the Nile crocodile is the embodiment of death. Reaching over 20 feet long and weighing more than 2,200 pounds, they are perfect killing machines, forged by millions of years of evolution. Their armored bodies, covered in steel-like scales, are an impregnable fortress. Golden eyes, perched flat on their heads, silently track every movement above the surface, while their bodies remain nearly invisible in the cloudy depths. This is the art of ambush, and the Nile crocodile is its master, as showcased in this gripping animal documentary. The crocodile's power isn't just in its size or natural armor. Its jaws are a terrifying weapon, delivering a bite force of 3,700 pounds, the strongest in the animal kingdom. A single snap can crush a buffalo's skull, tear through a wildebeest's body, or drag a zebra to the riverbed before it knows its fate. But what truly makes the crocodile a nightmare is its death roll. Once its jaws lock onto prey, the crocodile spins its body like an underwater tornado, generating devastating torque. Few prey escape once those jaws clamp shut. The Nile crocodile isn't just a ruthless predator of animals. It's also one of the deadliest threats to humans. Each year, an estimated 200 to 300 deaths in Africa are linked to Nile crocodiles. Attacks often occur in areas where people rely on rivers and lakes for survival, fishing, fetching water, or even bathing. Along the Nile, Lake Victoria, or Lake Tanganyika, tales of crocodiles dragging people to the depths are all too common. A moment of inattention near the riverbank can turn tragic. Even more chilling, crocodiles don't discriminate. From children to adults, livestock to humans, anything is fair game when hunger strikes. Yet the Nile crocodile is more than a killing machine. It's a complex creature with astonishing behaviors and adaptations. Descended from a lineage that thrived over 200 million years ago, when dinosaurs ruled the earth. The Nile crocodile has survived brutal climate shifts and mass extinctions. Adaptability is key. For example, they can shift their lungs to control buoyancy, sinking or floating without a sound. When diving, ear and nose flaps seal shut, while a third eyelid, the nictitating membrane, acts like goggles, granting clear vision in murky water. Even their immune system is formidable, resisting most bacteria and parasites in filthy water. Deep wounds, even lost limbs, rarely weaken them, thanks to natural antibacterial peptides in their blood. The Nile crocodile isn't just a symbol of ruthlessness, but a testament to nature's resilience. They've witnessed the rise and fall of species, from dinosaurs to humans, with little change to their form or instincts. In Africa's river ecosystems, they regulate populations of grazers like wildebeest and zebras, ensuring nature's balance, as explored in this animal documentary. Their presence is a reminder of the untamed power of the wild, a world where life and death are just a heartbeat apart. If the Nile crocodile is a shadow in the dark, the hippo is the embodiment of overwhelming might, a colossus that needs no claws or fangs to dominate. Weighing between 3,300 and 4,400 pounds on average, with some individuals reaching 7,000 pounds. The hippo is the third largest semi-aquatic animal on Earth, behind only the African elephant and white rhino. But don't let their massive bulk or vegetarian diet fool you. Hippos are among Africa's deadliest animals, linked to over 500 human deaths annually, a toll surpassing crocodiles or any land predator. The hippo's strength lies in its unrelenting territorial instinct. They don't hunt, but any creature daring to invade their waters, from crocodiles to lions to humans, faces an unstoppable fury. A hippo can open its jaws 180 degrees, revealing 20-inch canines, sharpened by natural friction. A single bite can inflict catastrophic injury, even killing a full-grown crocodile, as vividly captured in this animal documentary. In water, they move with uncanny grace. Not swimming, but walking along the riverbed, their powerful hind legs propelling them like living submarines. On land, hippos can hit 18 miles per hour, faster than a human sprinter, making them a threat in both realms. Hippos are unwitting architects of the ecosystem. As they move between waters, their heavy footsteps carve paths along riverbeds, channeling water to parched areas and preventing mud buildup that could choke rivers. These paths become lifelines for other species, from elephants and buffalo to wildebeest herds, all relying on the water hippo's sustain. Yet their presence also sparks conflict with humans. In the dry season, when water dwindles, Hippos leave rivers to graze, often raiding croplands, destroying harvests and livelihoods. Encounters with farmers can end in tragedy when a 4,400-pound hippo faces those defending their fields. The contrast between the Nile crocodile and hippo is the heart of the Mara River's story. One is a merciless predator, living to kill, every move calculated for maximum efficiency. The other is a herbivorous giant, needing no hunt yet ruling through raw power and territorial instinct. Both are deadly, both are vital to the ecosystem, but their ways of existing and interacting with the world are stark opposites. The crocodile embodies patience, while the hippo is a symbol of unshakable strength. But when these titans clash, what happens? Can the crocodile's savagery overcome the hippo's might, or will the herbivorous giant continue to assert its dominance? The answer lies in the battles beneath the turbid waters, in moments when nature reveals its rawest truths in this animal documentary. Under the scorching midday sun, the Mara River's surface sparkles, but its peace is a facade. A Nile crocodile, nearly 16 feet long, drifts silently with the current, its golden eyes glinting like gems above the water. It means no trouble, merely straying into waters not its own. But here, these waters belong to the river's gatekeepers, the hippo herd. In an instant, the calm shatters. A dominant male hippo, weighing over 6,600 pounds, surfaces, its breath snorting like thunder. The herd, over 20 strong, begins to move, forming a living wall, ready to defend their domain. Though a fearsome predator, the crocodile quickly senses the odds. It tries to retreat, but it's too late. A female hippo, guarding her calf nearby, opens her jaws 180 degrees, revealing 20-inch canines sharp as blades. With a powerful charge, she shoves the crocodile back, water exploding around them. Other hippos join, forming a tight circle. A young male, eager to prove its strength, charges, using its head to toss the crocodile into the air like a toy. Despite its steel-like scales, the crocodile is no match for this collective power. It thrashes, seeking escape, and, by luck, a small gap among the hippos allows it to dive deep to the riverbed, vanishing into the murk, narrowly avoiding a deadly confrontation. Such scenes are not rare in the Mara or other great rivers like the Nile, Okavango, or Luangwa, as depicted in this intense animal documentary. Hippos are uncompromising guardians of their territory. And crocodiles, though apex predators, rarely dare challenge a mature hippo herd. The hippo's power comes not just from size. A bull can weigh 2 or 3 times the largest crocodile, but from the herd's unity. A lone hippo is a threat, but a herd, with their massive heads and fearsome jaws, is an invincible force. They don't attack to feed or destroy, but to send a clear message. This is their territory, and intruders are not welcome. These conflicts often flare in shallow waters, where crocodiles and hippos must share space. Hippos prefer areas deep enough to submerge, shielding them from the savanna's heat and protecting their sensitive skin from the sun. Crocodiles, meanwhile, favor slow-moving river stretches, where they can hide underwater and stalk prey. When these species meet, especially in narrow channels or during the dry season, tension is inevitable. A wayward crocodile may drift into hippo territory, or a stray hippo calf may become a crocodile's target. These moments highlight their differences. Crocodiles rely on patience and strategy, while hippos depend on strength and numbers. A striking example unfolded on Zambia's Luangwa River, where a large crocodile ventured into shallow waters to hunt wildebeest. But the area was claimed by a hippo herd. As the crocodile approached, the lead bull let out a deep bellow, echoing across the water. It wasn't just a warning, it was a claim to control. The herd moved, forming a tight formation, cornering the crocodile. A female hippo, protecting her calf, charged, her massive jaws snapping in threat. Despite its unrivaled bite force, the crocodile stood no chance. It swiftly retreated, slipping into deeper waters, leaving the territory to its true rulers. These clashes are more than tests of physical might. They reflect a delicate balance in the ecosystem. Hippos, as territorial guardians, maintain order in the waters, preventing crocodiles from dominating entirely. Conversely, crocodiles, with their predatory instincts, control populations of grazers like wildebeest, ensuring grasslands aren't devastated by overgrazing. When these species collide, it's not just a fight for territory. It's part of a complex system where every creature plays a critical role in sustaining the ecosystem's life, a dynamic vividly explored in this animal documentary. If territorial conflicts are displays of raw power, ecosystem impacts are the underlying forces driving these clashes, especially in nature's harshest conditions. In Africa, the dry season pushes life to its limits. When rains cease and the sun scorches the grasslands, great rivers like the Mara, Nile, and Okavango begin to shrink. Vast waters contract into small pools, forcing animals, from wildebeest to elephants to crocodiles and hippos, to crowd into ever tighter spaces. In these conditions, tensions between Nile crocodiles and hippos become unavoidable as both species fight to survive. Though fearsome predators, Nile crocodiles typically avoid direct confrontations with adult hippos. Instead, they target easier prey, hippo calves. A newborn hippo, weighing about 110 pounds, is a tempting target. Born underwater, calves must learn to navigate and survive from their first moments. Mother hippos keep their young close, ready to charge at any threat. But in chaotic moments, such as when a herd crosses a river or a mother is distracted by another danger, crocodiles seize their chance. A vivid scene played out in the Okavango Delta, where a hippo calf strayed from its mother as the herd crossed a shallow river stretch. A crocodile, concealed in the mud, saw its opportunity. With a lightning-fast lunge, it clamped onto the calf's hind leg, trying to drag it into deeper water. The calf cried out, its desperate wail echoing across the surface. The mother, hearing the call, spun back instantly. With a mighty charge, she slammed into the crocodile, water erupting around them. The crocodile, sensing danger, released its prey and vanished. The calf, shaken but alive, was guided back to the herd, safe within the circle of giants. Such attacks reveal the species' contrasting strategies. Crocodiles are opportunists, always seeking the weakest target. They don't need to win every clash, just wait for a mistake. Hippos, in contrast, rely on strength and collective protection. A mother hippo can fend off any predator, but her calf's safety hinges on constant vigilance. In the dry season, when pools grow cramped, these mistakes happen more often, heightening the odds of conflict. The dry season doesn't just escalate tensions between crocodiles and hippos, it shifts dynamics within hippo herds. As water dwindles, herds are forced into smaller areas, sparking increased internal disputes. Dominant bulls, typically controlling river stretches 160 to 820 feet long, face challenges from younger males seeking to usurp power. These battles, with thunderous collisions and roaring bellows, disrupt the herd's order, making calves more likely to stray from their mothers. In these chaotic moments, crocodiles often lurk, hidden in the shadows, ready to exploit the disorder. A notable case occurred in Zambia's South Luangwa National Park. During a brutal dry season, a small pool became a refuge for a herd of over 30 hippos. The tight space led to constant clashes among bulls vying for control. Amid one such fight, a calf was pushed to the herd's edge. A crocodile, lurking near the bank, spotted its chance. It lunged, trying to drag the calf underwater. But before it could succeed, a nearby female hippo noticed. With a powerful charge, she knocked the crocodile away, allowing the calf to rejoin the herd. The crocodile, unwilling to risk more, slipped away quietly, waiting for another opportunity. These encounters are more than tales of strength or strategy. They reflect an ecosystem where every creature depends on the others. Hippos, as territorial protectors, maintain balance by curbing crocodile dominance. Crocodiles, by targeting the weak, control populations and prevent ecosystem overload. But as the dry season drags on, this balance grows fragile. Small pools can't sustain both species, and confrontations become more frequent, more intense. The dry season also highlights differences in the species' reproductive strategies, a key factor in their clashes. A female hippo births just one calf at a time, and it takes years for the young to mature. In contrast, a female crocodile can lay dozens of eggs in a clutch, though only a fraction survive to adulthood. This means crocodiles recover faster from losses, while hippos rely on tight protection to ensure their calves survive. In the dry season, when pressures mount, the loss of a hippo calf is a heavy blow to the herd. While crocodiles can keep hunting and breeding with less impact. The clashes between Nile crocodiles and hippos aren't life or death battles, but struggles for control in a harsh world. Hippos, with their strength and numbers, often dominate territorial conflicts, cementing their role as the river's gatekeepers. But crocodiles, with their patience and tactics, always seek moments of weakness, especially when the dry season heightens tensions. This is nature's dance, where there's no absolute victor, only moments that define power and survival. The Nile crocodile is one of Earth's oldest surviving creatures. When giant dinosaurs like Tyrannosaurus rex roamed the planet, the crocodile's ancestors quietly ruled ancient waters. Through brutal climate shifts, mass extinctions, and vast geological changes, crocodiles have proven their extraordinary resilience. They haven't just survived. They've barely changed their form or instincts since prehistoric times. This makes the Nile crocodile a living fossil, a bridge between the modern world and the age of vanished giants. The Nile crocodile's survival journey began in the Triassic period, when the first reptiles emerged. They belong to the Crocodilidae family, one of three main branches of the Crocodilia order, alongside Alligatoridae, alligators, and Gavialidae, gharials. While many species vanished, the Nile crocodile adapted to every condition. From freshwater rivers like the Nile to brackish lakes like Tanganyika. Today, they range across Africa, from major rivers like the Nile and Zambezi to swamps like the Okavango Delta, proving their unmatched adaptability in diverse environments. The Nile crocodile's body is an evolutionary masterpiece, designed to optimize hunting and survival. Adults can grow from 13 to 20 feet, with exceptional individuals like the infamous Gustav in Rwanda, reaching 21 feet and over 2,200 pounds. Their steel-like scales form an almost impenetrable shield, protecting them from rivals or harsh environments. The crocodile's most striking feature is its V-shaped snout, distinct from the broader U-shaped snout of American alligators. The V-shape reduces water resistance, allowing swift, silent movement when hunting. Inside its mouth, over 60 razor-sharp teeth, built to grip prey, are a supreme weapon. Remarkably, crocodiles regenerate teeth throughout their lives, each tooth replaced when lost. A crocodile may cycle through 3,000 teeth in its lifetime, ensuring a perpetually perfect jaw for hunting. Their senses are finely tuned for predation. Eyes, ears, and nostrils sit atop their heads, letting them stay nearly submerged while still watching and listening. A third eyelid, the nictitating membrane, acts like goggles, providing clear vision in murky water. When diving, ear and nose flaps seal shut, blocking water. A unique buoyancy control system, using lung positioning, lets them sink or float soundlessly, making them ghostly shadows beneath the surface. The Nile crocodile is a master of ambush. They don't chase prey or waste energy in long pursuits. Instead, they wait, motionless in water, sometimes for hours or even days, until prey makes a fatal mistake. When a wildebeest or zebra herd comes to drink at the riverbank, the crocodile doesn't strike immediately. It watches, assesses, and waits for the weakest prey, perhaps a calf or an aging individual, to venture too close. Only then does it attack, with a lightning-fast lunge, its jaws locking onto prey before dragging it underwater. Their speed in water is terrifying. Their tail, nearly half their body length, is a massive muscle block, acting like a powerful paddle. Normally, they swim at 9 miles per hour, but when striking, they can surge to 18 miles per hour, outpacing any prey in water. On land, they're no slouches either. They can move in a low crawl to save energy or a high walk to navigate rough terrain. When threatened or fleeing, crocodiles can sprint at up to 10 miles per hour, fast enough to surprise anyone nearby. The Nile crocodile exhibits complex and astonishing behaviors. One of its most unique traits is unihemispheric diving, where it can shut down half its brain to rest, while the other half stays alert. This lets them remain ready without surfacing often, a key advantage for hunting and evading threats. Their immune system is a natural marvel. In murky, bacteria-laden waters, crocodiles rarely suffer infections, even with deep wounds. Recent studies reveal their blood contains natural antibacterial peptides, rapidly healing injuries and preventing infection. Even losing a limb barely hinders their survival. Old crocodiles, scarred from past battles, still hunt with fearsome efficiency. Another striking behavior is parental care, rare among reptiles. During breeding season, females choose quiet riverbanks or lake shores to dig nests, creating deep pits. These nests not only shield eggs from predators, but regulate temperature, which determines the sex of hatchlings. Nest temperatures of 88 to 91 degrees Fahrenheit produce males, while higher or lower temperatures yield females. After 80 to 90 days, as eggs begin to hatch, hatchlings emit soft chirps from within their shells, signaling the mother. She gently uses her sharp jaws to crack the shells, helping her young emerge, then carries them to water, guarding them in their early days. Still, only 1% of hatchlings survive to adulthood, facing predators like eagles, otters, and even other crocodiles. Nile crocodiles also have a complex communication system. They use body language, head raises, tail flicks, or open mouths to assert dominance or communicate with others. During breeding season or when food is plentiful, they may gather in groups. While lacking the tight social bonds of lions or elephants, these moments show crocodiles aren't just solitary hunters, but part of an intricate social system. The hippo, or hippopotamus amphibius, is Earth's third largest semi-aquatic animal, behind the African elephant and white rhino. Weighing 3,300 to 4,400 pounds on average, with some reaching 7,000 pounds. The hippo is a true giant. Its massive body, short legs, and enormous head might suggest sluggishness, but this is one of Africa's deadliest creatures, needing no claws or sharp fangs. The hippo dominates through sheer power and an unrelenting territorial instinct. The hippo's body is built for both water and land. Its skin, up to 2 inches thick, though sun-sensitive, shields it from impacts in water or on land. To escape the savanna's brutal heat, hippos spend most of their time submerged, cooling their bodies and protecting their skin. Like crocodiles, their eyes, ears, and nostrils sit atop their heads, letting them observe while nearly fully submerged. Hippos don't swim like fish or crocodiles, but walk along riverbeds, their powerful hind legs pushing them forward. When needing speed, they can bounce off the riverbed, surging through water like living submarines. On land, hippos are far from slow. They can run at 18 miles per hour, outpacing a human sprinter. This makes them a threat in both environments, especially when their territory is challenged. Their jaws are a fearsome weapon, opening 180 degrees to reveal 20-inch canines, sharpened by natural friction. A single bite can flip a small boat or repel a full-grown crocodile, making hippos a creature few dare confront directly. In water, hippos move with a strange grace, defying their bulky appearance. They don't swim but walk along riverbeds, each step sending gentle ripples across the surface. When speed is needed, they push off the bottom, surging through water with startling agility. This ability not only helps them escape danger, but lets them defend their territory effectively. Hippos can dive for up to 6 minutes without surfacing, thanks to oxygen storage in their bodies, a vital adaptation for their aquatic life. One of the hippo's most unique traits is its use of low-frequency sounds, or infrasound. These sounds, inaudible to humans, travel through vast rivers without obstruction. Hippos use infrasound to signal other herd members, even miles apart. They can recognize individual voices, a key skill for maintaining herd order in the ever-changing aquatic environment. A hippo's deep bellow, resonating across the water, is not just a warning, but a declaration of territorial control. Hippos live in herds, typically 20 to 40 individuals, led by a dominant bull. Battles between bulls are among nature's most dramatic spectacles, with thunderous collisions and resounding roars. Losers are often exiled, forced to live alone in shallow waters or dry riverbanks, becoming easy targets for crocodiles or other threats. Within the herd, females and calves are fiercely protected, but they face risks from internal disputes or external predators. Hippos are uncompromising territorial guardians, and any creature, from crocodiles to lions to humans, invading their waters faces consequences. In great rivers like the Nile, Mara, or Zambezi, hippos control areas deep enough to submerge, where they rest and escape the heat. When an intruder appears, hippos attack without hesitation, using their strength and fearsome jaws to assert control. A hippo can overturn a small boat or repel a large crocodile, making them one of Africa's most formidable creatures. Their territorial dominance isn't limited to water. In the dry season, when water dwindles, hippos leave rivers to graze, often on nearby grasslands. This frequently leads to human conflict. Hippos raid croplands, destroying harvests and livelihoods. A single herd can devastate a field overnight, leaving heavy losses. Encounters between farmers and hippos can end tragically. These conflicts aren't just a dry season issue. In densely populated areas, like the Nile's banks or Lake Victoria, hippos and humans must share resources. Rivers, the hippos' sanctuaries, are also human sources of water, food, and transport. A hippo defending its territory may attack boats, capsizing them or endangering